And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a quick Final Fantasy XIV stream. Today we're just doing the Valentine's Day event and starting the next stage of the Relic grind. After that we're going to be getting off of 14 and doing Persona 3 Reload. But yeah, wanted to do this on stream before it ran out, so let me bring the stream, let me log in. Let me bring the stream crew on. Headphones, okay. Beep boop.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Danny's getting food, and I am here. But we are here and ready to go.
Cool. So I'm.
Also, when Danny was about to leave, I said the stupidest sentence, and I needed to repeat it on stream. Because, like, right before you started up the game, I was like, well, now's about the time when the start begins. And I was like, wait, okay.
Well, you are correct.
Yeah.
This is about the time that the start begins. So I am frustrated.
Yes.
Yesterday, I've been off and on doing gates to get MGP and Moogle Tombstones. Yesterday, I finally 100%ed Air Force One on controller. I hit every target. I got 5,000 points. And then I got minus 20 points because I hit a bomb, and I did not get the achievement.
This is why FPS gamers don't use controller.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I was so mad. Oh my god.
See, right, well, it's nice of this game to coddle the controller players such as yourselves, but you know, just
Get
saying.
Good scrub. Get good scrub.
Get good. This is. I mean, could this finally be the game that gets Lore to embrace keyboard and mouse controls? Could it finally happen?
No.
After all these years. All right, so we're heading to Gridania for the holiday event.
Sweet. Gridania. Amphitheater?
Yep.
Cool.
The usual spot for holidays.
Yeah, the reward for this event is it is so cute that people are already decrying it as proving that the game is a fallen game that is doomed to die. Because
this is ominous and evil Valentine's Day scenery. Look at these bonfires spreading hearts. That's Halloween shit. I love it.
It does look. I did this earlier in my alts, but it was daytime, and so it did not look quite that spooky. But yes, at night it is quite the sight. You're right.
That's rad. Slice is right.
I believe these heart bonfires are like available on the like game store because they were like a reward for some past event or whatever.
Sick.
So
apparently intangible.
So you could theoretically decorate your lawn with a bunch of these if we wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah, so are the balloons.
Yeah, same with the balloons. Makes sense.
Slice is right. I have beaten.
Yeah, Slice of Life is just luck.
Yeah, well, most of it is skill, but there is a section that's just random chance, which
damn Daigoro roulette.
Yeah,
that gets me. That knocks me off like 95% of the time.
Such a pain in the neck, but somehow it's more frustrating than Any Way the Wind Blows, because Any Way the Wind Blows, you pick a spot, you put your controller down, and you walk away from the from the game for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean you can do that with Slices Right too. It's just
no,
you'll lose.
You'll lose within like 30 seconds if you do that.
No, yeah, I suppose like the gold piles are a problem. Like that is an active.
Well, not even that. The bamboo falling. There's no 100% safe place for the bamboo to fall, so you have to keep moving.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've got the title for clearing it 10 times on my main. Still one of my rarest titles, actually.
Hello there, friend. Can you feel that? Love is in the air, just waiting to be snatched up by questing hands. That means Valentione's day is upon us once more, and I, Astrid de Valentione, and my fellow emissaries are here to support all who would avail themselves of this bounty. Oh, but I know you. Lore, forgive me, I do get so caught up in my introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to see you again. This is the second Valentine's Day event I've done, right? Because we're coming up on my 2 years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Come to think of it, an intrepid adventurer like you might be just what I require. Might I ask a favor of you? A fellow emissary by the name of Emily. Oh! Departed earlier to prepare a little surprise for our festivities, you see. But she's been gone for quite some time. I would like you to make sure she hasn't gotten herself into trouble. I would go myself, or ask one of my associates to check up on her, but all are busy guiding our love-starved revelers. Will you do me this favor? God, you're small. I am in your debt. Before she left, Emily said she would be practicing under the trees near Fennel Fineries. No doubt you will find her there.
Yeah, this year we don't have Aenor being hardy on main.
Yeah.
I don't see it on the map.
So,
Is it
in
the
other
other half of Gridania?
FF news.
Is it in the other half of Gridania?
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Look
the
at your
map.
map. Look at your
there
map
it
and
is.
use your eyes.
Okay, look at this map on my screen. This is nearly invisible.
Well, up on the big map. Oh.
This is the big map.
I mean,
Okay. I can see it fine.
I can see it just fine.
Whatever.
even then, there's an arrow on your mini map.
Yeah, there is also an arrow on your mini map.
Oh, I suppose there is.
In other FF news, I have been on a quest to collect every triple triad card in the game. And I have reached a point now where I have all of the cards from A Realm Reborn through Stormblood except the ones from Heaven on High. So I need to get up to floor 30 of Heaven on High to get the last few triple triad cards from Stormblood.
Ooh.
Because I haven't done that on my main character yet. Because, I mean, you know.
That's one of the things I want to do when I catch up is grind the cards.
Oh, for anyone who hasn't heard it yet, mind if I tell the story about my business rival?
Maybe later,
after
'cause
this dialogue.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
If I shift the angle just the teensiest bit, I bet I can triple the cuteness factor. No, quadruple it. Whoa. Oh, it's you. What brings you here, Lore? Ah, so Astrid asked you to check on me. I appreciate you coming on her behalf. I suppose you're wondering what I've been practicing here, so far away from prying eyes. Patience, my friend, patience! If you truly wish to see what I've been cooking up, pray come to Mikedo's amphitheater. Alright, now tell the story of your horribly unethical antics.
Right.
It's not unethical, it's capitalist.
But you
So it's
repeat
unethical.
yourself.
So, yeah, me and somebody who I was competing over prices selling fish on the market board with, well, we got together and talked, so we're now business partners. I'll be selling one of the two fish and stocking up on the other. They'll be selling the opposite fish and stocking up on what I'm selling. Every Tuesday we'll swap. This removes us each of us as rivals and effectively gives us unlimited stock as well as the pressure to bully anyone off who tries to get in on our market. We are now the fishmonger mafia.
Oh, God. There are so many people like you in Path of Exile, and they're a horrible problem. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. Nope, not Emily, Astrid. You brought her back as promised. Thank you, Lore. She intends to demonstrate her... what did she call it? Right. Love Heart on stage in just a moment. You can be part of her very first audience. Okay, I want those giant heart balloons floating above the stage. Just to have them.
They're like I said, they're on the box station.
Nah,
now.
the big one, like the big chandelier looking thing, that I don't think
That's
is on
it? That's the emote?
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yes, cute. So this is what you've been working on. The Gridanians are a reserved people who have long been reluctant to openly express their feelings to one another. Yet I believe it is of utmost importance that we open our hearts to those we hold dear, in this season of love most of all. Now is the time for everyone to shed their fears and wear their affections on their sleeve. That's what inspired me to come up with the Love Heart. I can only hope this simple expression is enough to motivate people to act. Is that the thing people are saying is a travesty against the game?
Yep.
What? That's so basic. That's not even as silly as some of the other emotes that are already in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it certainly appears to have made an impression. Navigating matters of love is often a nerve-wracking task, even for the boldest of us. Yet with this gesture, I believe you've given the townsfolk the perfect means to convey their feelings. Emily, I encourage you to go about the city and perform the pose before any you might find floundering in the ocean of love. Go on and ignite the passion in their hearts. Leave it to me. Would you mind lending a hand as well, Lore? As an adventurer, I'm sure you've touched the hearts of many. Yeah, with my bare hands ripping them out of their chests. There are doubtless few more qualified to guide others in pursuing and realizing their passion. Wonderful! Now, before we set forth, I would ask you to remain on the stage for a while so we can judge your pose. Considering the import of our mission, I'm afraid we can't leave until it is flawless. There's a mod that makes this emote the Dan Moe Moe Tri-Beam. What's that? Is that a magical girl pose? My, I am equal amounts impressed and envious that you managed to perfect the gesture in so short a time. It took me ages just to get the hands right. Ideally, I would like you both to get started immediately, yet I do wish we had another emissary. What about that Halloween?
I assume that's a specific magical girl.
What about the Halloween Void Send? He can do it with us.
I think the Dan voice line was used in that that Benny G video where Thornton does that pose and then shoots a laser out of it into Oshvon.
Oh yeah, that one.
It just makes this emote a heart-shaped beam attack. That's funny.
Yeah.
Then how serendipitous it is that I am here to offer my services. Lisette? I'm just like, hi! I'm waiting for this disaster. Well, why are you wearing oven mitts? Well, I guess you are wearing a maid outfit. How long has it been, my friend? Too long, surely. You have my personal gratitude for assisting Astrid with the celebration.
So Lisette was the main character of the Valentine's event 2 years ago, so right before you started playing, and we helped her get together with her boyfriend.
She recognized me, so I have seen her before.
Yeah,
she must have been in one of the other.
She was also present last year, but she wasn't the main focus of the story. The main focus was on Astrid and the outfits.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago was when we were helping her pick who her successor would be, and that's when we picked. That's when Astrid got introduced. Last year was
Yeah, 2 years ago we helped her find her boyfriend, and so last year she was like, "Okay, now that I have a boyfriend, I need a replacement."
I think you're a year advanced with that.
No, that was the situation because last year was when we did it last year with Laura. That's why Astrid recognized us.
No, last year was Astrid's first year taking this on solo, and that's when Emily was introduced. It was the year It was the year before that Astrid was introduced to being groomed to take the place, and before that.
Point is like those of us who've been playing for a while have like worked with Lisette before, like more closely.
God, she looks stupid. Yes, well. Pleased I am for your offer. Should you not be enjoying the festivities with your beloved? My adorable Astrid, though I may have relinquished the burden of leadership, I have not abandoned my duty as a herald of love. You said yourself that you lack for capable help, and I am here, yes? As a daughter of House Valentione, I cannot stand by as the flames of ardor dwindle. So wait, were you in the maid outfit just for fun? Just out and about? Alright. Let her help Astrid. It might be just what she needs before her rendezvous with Hortifons. Emily, I told you about that in confidence. Yes, we're going to bang later in public. It's going to be a hell of a show. Don't turn up. Aha, so that's the way of it. In that case, your aid is most welcome. Well, with that settled, let us go forth and quicken the seeds of romance yet to sprout throughout Gridania. Pray, teach me this pose of yours, Emily. Yes, ma'am. Might I suggest we split up? Our adventurer friend here can handle old Gridania, whilst Lissy and I cover new Gridania. Given the season, you shall no doubt find more than one individual who is flummoxed by their feelings. Strike our pose before these lost souls, and with an outpouring of love, grant them the courage to tell what's in their hearts. Alright, so let's bring the Ralger love magic to bear. Okay. Is Astrid a he or a she?
She.
Okay, she kind of looks like she has fangs, which makes her look like a Valentine's Day vampire. With the red eyes and pale skin. There are a few areas in particular I'd like you to visit once you're ready. Just say the word and we can begin. Oh, right, because last year the whole deal was she wanted to be in the tux instead of the ladies' clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and vice versa with Emily. They were. It was almost like a gender identity thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was very gender, which was like the most ironic thing was that the quest reward for that year was a pair of outfits which were gendered.
Yeah,
it was like a jacket and a set of clothes that only men could wear, and a jacket and a set of clothes that only women will wear.
Yeah, but I think
I bought them both. And then you could buy them from a vendor, and I bought them both because I had a strong suspicion that within a matter of months they would be unisex, and I was entirely correct. That prediction came true like a month later. And so now I am very happy wearing my suit coat and my female character.
Nice. Ready? Wonderful. I've marked out a few locations in the area where people tend to mingle. I'm confident you will find more than a few individuals in need of a little push. Show them your best rendition of the love heart to give them the courage they need. Alright, so what is the command for love heart?
/love love heart.
Ah, there it is.
Laura, this way.
Yep, I was looking at my map.
And this one's closer. Hello. Before you do the love heart, actually talk to this NPC because their dialogue is a little funny.
Such a perfect specimen. Firm, but soft in the right places. Gods, I could just eat them right up. Not the produce, mind you. Him, the proprietor. really wish I knew how to tell him the way I feel. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. She was not looking. That is an adorable pose, but why show it to me? You mean to encourage me? That is very kind of you, but I'm afraid I find the prospect of confession daunting. Though I could ask him his professional opinion on which vegetables are most suited to be cut into heart shapes. A completely natural question, considering the spirit of Valentione's day, yes? Truth be told, I've had my eye on him for some time now. I simply didn't know how to approach. But thanks to your unique motivation, I've finally found the inspiration I needed. Though it occurs to me, how did the heart become associated with Valentione's day in the first place? I hope to Nalfika he doesn't ask me. Alright, where to next?
Luckily, all of the points are right next to ether shards, so that makes it convenient.
Yep.
Also, this emote fits in nicely with another off-stream story from my Final Fantasy days. My FC has had wedding fever, and so this week we've had 3 weddings.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, two of them happened earlier this week. One of them was on Valentine's Day itself, which was, good for them. I bet it was pretty hard to get that booked. Because, the place where you have in-game weddings is, a physical location that can only be used by one group at a time, and so you have to, you actually do have to schedule your in-game wedding out a little bit. Yeah, so we've had 3 weddings. 2 of them have happened already. I keep forgetting to share pictures with the stream group, but the 3rd one is tomorrow, and that'll be nice.
Fun.
It's fun to hang out with the FC.
What is it? If you have a matter to report, keep it short. I'm rather occupied at present. Perhaps I could invite him to a meal? But how would I even broach the subject? Boop. Stop that! What manner of strange gesticulation have you just accosted me with? A curse? Nay, an insult? Explain yourself this instant! Man, this is not going as well as Astrid and Emily thought it would. Oh, excuse me? I need to be brave enough to express my feelings? Are you claiming that I, a proud lancer of the Woodwhalers, lack courage of all things? Well, you would be right. I'm too craven to invite someone to a simple meal. Your gesture, now that I understand its intent, has kindled my warrior's spirit. I will carry out this task as if it were my sworn duty. My thanks, adventurer, and forgive me for assuming the worst.
Oh yeah, another funny thing about my quest to collect triple triad cards, it has at times made me feel like kind of a dick, because there are quite a number of triple triad players or triple triad NPCs who don't play with you until you complete their quests. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
However, some of those quests get a little heavy, and so it's like, oh man, people in Ishgard are freezing. The lowborn in Ishgard are freezing to death. Please help me collect some firewood for you. And then you complete the quest. I'm like, great. I'll pull out your Magic the Gathering cards. We're good.
I have only helped you to unlock your card game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy looks a lot like Breath of the Wild Link with that shirt.
Oh my love!
I don't know. I can't.
What have I done
he's
to
been
incense you
dissolved
so?
into Law's breasts.
Yeah, Laura's standing on top of the NPC, so it's a little hard to tell, but he does kind of look like Link with that shirt.
He does a little.
Well, the way he turned to look at me as you did the pose, it kind of just looked like you grabbed his head and dragged him into your bosom. I guess we know Laura's type now.
You pose quite the pose. I see. It's a symbol of love. A call to bare one's heart, scars and all. My beloved stormed off earlier because I was terribly late for our rendezvous. I dared not tell her the reason for fear it would vex her further. I had been so preoccupied selecting a gift for her that I lost track of the time. I must apologize to her and explain myself. Thank you for helping me to see that, my friend. Mayhap there is time yet for a Valentione's Day miracle. You have taught the townsfolk to remain steadfast in the face of love and inspired them to act. Report the results of your efforts to Astrid. You know, I'm kind of surprised that emote wasn't in the game already. It's exactly the kind of thing that this game would have in it.
Yeah.
Which is why it has it now.
Yeah. It's also like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like when like that little heart pose became like a meme. And I suppose it did exist prior to FF14 being a thing, but it's become more of a thing on the internet lately. More recently.
You're back! Seeing as my sister is yet to return, might I ask you and Emily to recount how you fared in the meantime? Well, I found the pose to be eye-catching, if nothing else. Perhaps even embarrassingly so, even though it was I who invented it. Regardless, I am proud to say folk were practically lining up to see it. Gawk and laugh and point. What about you, Lore? Well, I only talked to 3 people, but it was a 100% success rate, unlike my usual attempts at inspiring people.
Things have really improved since you got rid of that manure.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Whilst I'm glad to hear others were spurred to action, it saddens me slightly that some do not know the origins of Valentione's Day symbol, the heart. Which makes me wonder, are you two aware of how it came to be associated with Valentione's Day? I've never thought about it. Oh, I haven't the slightest idea. Then allow me to teach you. It all began with... Lisette! Heavens, your face is white as a sheet! What's wrong? Portafons, I saw him speaking with a woman in the Carline canopy. They were alone together, speaking intimately. You don't suppose it was... Oh, God, you don't suppose it was a tryst, do you? Absolutely not. You know Hortifence would never be unfaithful to you. Nay, purge the very thought from your mind. I know, but when I saw him and that woman whispering to each other like they were in their own little world, my heart stopped. Before I knew it, I was running from the sight of them as fast as my legs would take me. He's probably trying to arrange a gift for you. Love is the fruit born of bravery. Have you forgotten these words, Lisette? They are our words, passed down by our ancestor, Countess Arabelle de Valentione. She summoned the courage to pursue love through all manner of hardship. And she was not merely a countess, but also a warrior true. Naught symbolizes what she fought for more than her crimson shield, forged in the shape of a heart. The symbol is a source of courage. Remember that. Thank you, Astrid. You are right. Countess Arabelle would be mortified to see her progeny act with such cowardice. I must honor her legacy. I am ready. Hordefonce! If he intends to elope with another woman and live to tell the tale, he has another think coming. Oh, this is going to make me cringe when we get to this scene. I am clueless as to the nature of Hordefonce's connection with this mystery woman, but I dare say Lisette needs friends by her side. Might I prevail upon you both to join her? I'm not going to join her, though. I know better than to get involved with something like this. I'm smarter than you, adventurer. But of course, leave it to us. You have my... Are those strains of the prelude in this track?
Yes.
Huh. You have my gratitude. I place her in your capable hands. We'd better hurry. She said Hordefonce and this unknown woman were in the Carline Canopy. I'm sure that's where she's headed. Alright, so which Aetheryte are we teleporting to?
The airship landing.
Oh, right. The Adventurers Guild location. I always forget that's the name of the inn.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's wearing a chef outfit. Are they cooks? Is that their deal? Is she a maid and he's a chef?
I think the deal is just that was the Valentine outfit once upon a time, and they are committed to the bit.
Say, Hordefonce, isn't that... Lisette? But our meeting was not to be until later. Alright, well, don't kill him before he gets a chance to speak, Lisette. Kill him after. Hordefonce. Who? That woman. God, she's lost control of her tongue. What should we do? Love is the fruit born of bravery. That's a hell of a shade of lipstick. Hordefonce Pastournois, for what reason do you intimate yourself with this comely young maiden, knowing full well that another has entrusted her future to you? She's like, she twirls her hair a little and says, "Oh, you think I'm comely? Well, have you naught to say for yourself?"
We reach we reach next Valentione, and it turns out they're now a unicorn poly couple.
It would seem nerves caused Lisette to fall back into the mannerisms of her noble upbringing.
A triple.
Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. This is all a misunderstanding. I came to Hordefonce for counsel, as I admire the devoted relationship he has with you. I was hoping he could offer me advice in nurturing a similar bond with the one I adore. Lisette, my love, my first thought was that you could not bear to wait another moment for a meeting, but now I see you could not bear the thought of me with another. 'Tis as if the very Fury herself stands before me, a goddess in both spirit and flesh, full of passion and devotion. Oh, what a fortunate man am I!
You're hot when you get angry?
Yes, yell at me more!
Well...
He has determined that he is a sub. And I regret that my actions would cause you even a moment of suffering. Please, set your heart at ease, my darling. I have eyes for none but you, now and forever. I only chose a private location so this young lady could seek counsel away from eavesdroppers. Oh, that's it? Gods, I've made a complete fool of myself. He's like, no, go back to being angry. It's so hot. Forgive me, both of you, that a lady of House Valentione should comport herself in such a way. I am completely ashamed. If I may, my lady, I now understand why you would be upset, and I admire your bravery for confronting us. Would that I had the courage to give voice to my own feelings. I may no longer be the head emissary of love, but I am as well equipped as ever to speak on matters of the heart. Hortifons was completely taken aback by that. Thinks it's the coolest thing he's ever seen. Love is the fruit born of bravery, my dear. Though it is terrifying to bare your heart to another, it is more terrifying still to live never knowing what might have been. You must confess. I promise you the risk is worth the reward. I suppose I would regret it for the rest of my days if I never found love, because I was too afraid to fight for it. You're right, my lady. I will do my best.
This is a pretty sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Sunrise.
Once again, forgive me for... He walks up and he grabs her and kisses her and says, please, be more angry more often. Hortifons, what's wrong? He's overcome with lust, Lisette. The sight of your angelic pose struck me to my very core. My heart is like to burst from my chest. I think that means he'll live. Anyway, the two of us will return and apprise Astrid of what happened here. I trust you won't mind if we inform her that you and Hortifons will be partaking in the festivities earlier than scheduled.
That's I'm pretty sure that's code for you are right next to an inn.
You're right next to an inn.
I'll put in a good word. You get the room for free. What, Minda? What, Minda?
We are literally right next to an inn.
Yes. Well, 'twas our plan from the beginning, and it would do much to smooth over this little misunderstanding. Please, extend my apologies to Astrid for any worry I might have caused. Let us return to Mikedo's amphitheater and give Astrid the good news. I wonder if they will age Astrid and Emily up as Valentine's Day's events go on, or if they'll retire them before they would get to an age where they would visibly age.
I mean, Alphino and Alice still haven't aged after a decade, so...
Yeah, but that... Okay, so Alphino and Alice are part of an ongoing plot that happens over the course of, like, a year and a half. Valentine's Day comes once a year, and these people recognize us at every Valentine's Day celebration, so clearly time is passing for them.
Yeah. The timeline... The way time works in this game is odd.
Like I said, my headcanon for the seasonal events is that they're all taking place after our adventures have come to a close.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Be still, my heart. Oh, for the love of... Would you please get up? He's like, yes, scold me more. Alright, back to Mikedo.
But yeah, I think... I believe there's like an official timeline that says that like the events of A Realm Reborn through Endwalker are like a year and a half. Or something like that.
That's about what I expected. You're right, that does look much less imposing during the day. It's a shame, because it looks really fucking cool at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you do the honors. It was your words which brought Lissy back to her senses after all. Oh, I'm so relieved. It was all just an unfortunate misunderstanding. I must thank you for being there for my sister. It truly means the world. You deserve my thanks as well, Emily. Don't mention it. I'm happy we were able to help. Though we've had our ups and downs, I believe we accomplished our goal of showing folk how important it is to express their feelings to those they hold dear. All in all, I'd say this Valentione's Day has been a success. Which reminds me, although my explanation of the heart's origins was interspersed with some dramatics, I take it you were able to piece together its meaning. Yes, indeed, a noblewoman and a proud knight. Countess Arabelle's legacy lives on not only in the tradition of Valentione's Day, but in its symbol, her beloved heart-shaped shield. Well, that's a cool origin lore for that. I like that.
Yeah.
Is that new information this year, or?
Yeah, that's new.
My friend, my friend with the character I mentioned, who's basically just like Elwoods, but as a paladin, said that he really wishes that the heart-shaped shield was a reward for the event, so that he could have it on air.
When you're talking to Horgevant, maybe? In commemoration of her brave pursuit of love in the face of insurmountable odds, the heart came to symbolize her, and eventually the very concept of love itself, capturing the imaginations of men and women around the world. Today, while many may recognize the symbol, few know of its history. With Emily's love heart, I believe people will become curious to know the story of our tradition, and for that I am overjoyed. Countess Arabelle's tale will undoubtedly give many the courage to pursue love, just as it did your sister. May we all learn from the Countess's example. I pray you and yours have a Valentione's Day overflowing with affection, my friend. God, they're so small! Quest completed. Achievement unlocked. A heartfelt gesture. Astrid has dedicated herself to making sure Valentione's Day is a smashing success, so it's only right I do the same. As ever, I'll support her as best I can, and I hope you'll continue to lend us a hand when the need arises. Countess Arabelle was not only a dignified lady, but a noble knight with the resolve and grace to see her passions realized. Tell me, do you know how she developed such fortitude? Well, I have heard it said that the Countess would train at dawn and dusk each day, eschewing the wooden training buckler for her hefty heart-shaped shield. Such effort would undoubtedly strengthen both I can't talk today! Both body and mind. Pardon me, you believe I shouldn't put stock in such tales, but it sounds perfectly reasonable to me. It sounds reasonable to me as well. Huh, oh, okay, no special stuff for that? No costume, no nothing? That's the whole...
Just the emote.
Huh.
Yeah. There's some NPCs around.
Yeah, there are a few NPCs around.
Oh, sick.
Do you see Bert here and Rodrigolt here? They were in 2 years ago when we were first introduced to Astrid, or they were competing with her to take the role that Lisette had, and the three of them all came up with different approaches to try to find a partner, and the player base had to vote on whose suggestion it was they were going to follow, and then the next week after everything was tallied, that's when the event itself properly gave you the reward.
Oh, that's fun.
And whoever you picked, you also got their coloured outfit as a reward. But the actual colour part is dyeable on all 3 versions, but the base colour without the dye, as you can see, were different.
Yeah, there was a red, blue, and yellow.
Cool. A lovely pose for a lovely festival. Tell me, how much better is my rendition than Bert's? Behold, Bert the Beloved's dazzling embodiment of love puts Rodrigalt's to shame, does it not?
The lovely couple is in sensible clothes over here.
Does this Moogle have a heart-shaped palm?
Yes.
Yeah. Koopa Cup.
Look, Koopo, all this ardor and affection is making my palm shine brighter than a star.
Sorry, cup.
If the heart is a symbol of Countess Arabelle, does that mean our heart-shaped palms are a sign of her blessing? Lovebird. Quah! Well, do I remember the day the Order of the Twin Adder was reformed, the day I first laid eyes upon the Elder Seedseer. Graceful, yet strong, with a voice like song. When I close my eyes, I can still see her standing there, clear as day. And yet you've never made a move. I heard that the Order of the Twin Adder was officially reformed right here in Me Keno's amphitheater. That was before the amphitheater was moved, of course. Those are regular NPCs, aren't they?
Yeah. For whatever reason, they don't seem to have brought back the maze event this year.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Valentione's heart share white chocolate, heart chocolate. Prismatic heart left, and prismatic heart right.
Yeah, just a couple, little emotes. Little emote spammable things.
That's cheap enough that I'll just grab them.
Yeah.
EXP bonuses.
Yeah, the food is just food.
Cool. Well, that's Valentine's Day.
Over here.
Oh, right. NPCs. I am happy to report that Hortophonts and I have been having such a splendid time that a little misunderstanding has entirely left our minds. Up until now. Now I'm thinking about it again. Oh, no. And now that I've assuaged any of your lingering concerns, I bid you go enjoy the festivities yourself. Forgive me. I was just reflecting on Lisette's passionate display earlier. I fear my heart has yet to recover. Well, it hasn't left his mind, Lisette.
Yeah, he is going to be simping for a while.
As if he wasn't
now
already.
We're off to Northern Thanalan.
Alright, yeah, the other thing we're doing
rather.
today is we're doing the next section of the Relic grind, because we got all the Atma.
The fastest way to get there will be to use the ether that shall go up the yellow serpent gate.
Yeah. Just teleport to North Shroud from the Ether Shard.
Yellow Serpent Gate.
Okay, these quests are readied out. What do I need to do? What do we need to do, actually?
Equip your weapon.
Maybe. No.
Oh, this is
Relic
not.
weapon,
This is
Zenith
not the right
enhancement.
place. This is.
That's the Beast Tribe area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the far northeast.
Okay, yeah, you gotta talk to Gelzon.
There's
In and do a relic. You do not want to equip your weapon, actually, I don't think.
Oh.
Because you're about to hand it over. So you're going to talk to Deljon and do Relic Weapon Zenith Enhancement.
Through the power of Atma, I shall imbue your relic with such might as it has never known. Lend me the object you wish enhanced, and I shall see the deed done. Now come back in 12 real-world hours. 12 unique varieties of Atma. You have done well, my dear adventurer. Pray, leave the rest to me. I require but a moment.
It just comes back and they're super glued to it.
It is done! True to my theory, the souls housed within the Atma have merged with your relic. Elder Scrolls Soulstone style. Take it up once more, adventurer, and savor the newfound power that courses through it. The Relic Weapon Zenith has been reborn through the power of Atma. If you wish to have another Relic Weapon Zenith enhanced, you may do so by repeating the process. Okay.
And now you have to equip the weapon in order to unlock the next quest. This is the most annoying part about the Relic grind to me, is that you are constantly equipping and unequipping the Relic, depending on what part of the quest you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalzon is a man with grand plans for your Relic Weapon. Oh, my stout assistant. I'm not stout. Excuse me? You don't say that to him.
I was just looking at that dialogue, wondering if you were going to get it, because I actually am stout.
I'm not stout.
You two are not.
Fuck off, Jalzan. Oh, my stout assistant. I trust you are enjoying your Atma's Feast relic. I haven't tried it yet. I got it 30 seconds ago. Now, while your newfound might may indeed be impressive, what if I were to tell you that your weapon may grow even mightier still? My research leads me to believe that this is a distinct possibility. As before, if you would agree to be my subject, I promise that you will not be the worse for your part. What say you? Yes. I knew I could count on you, my friend. Listen, then, to the theory I have recently formed. Legend tells that, when the world lies upon the brink of destruction, brave souls who bear the light shall arise to banish the darkness. These heroes are known by myriad names, but in my native Radzat-Han they are called the Zodiac Braves. The Zodiac Braves were said to wield arms of unparalleled might that shone with the radiance of 1,000 stars. Is that a Final Fantasy XII thing?
Tactics.
Tactics, right, I remember now. My ultimate objective, dear adventurer, is no less than the recreation of these legendary arms. Oh, is Radzat-Han where the Vramza event happens?
No.
No.
Thavnarian tradition holds that the Zodiac Braves gathered light to their weapons by vanquishing formidable foes. 'Tis my theory that the heroes were in fact absorbing souls. And now, through the use of Atma, your weapon has been transformed into something with the self-same ability, and it exists as a vessel for souls. At present, however, this vessel holds but a small fraction of its capacity. If your weapon is to realize its potential, you must have it drink deep of the souls of slain foes. Of course, not every soul is created equal, and so it follows that not all creatures will serve our purpose. Indeed, the Zodiac Braves themselves were very particular as to which foes they chose to vanquish. Trials, maybe.
No, worse than that.
Worse than that?
Here we go.
In the interest of efficiency...
We'll get there. Foreshadowing.
In the interest of efficiency, you would do well to seek out adversaries of like nature. For this, you might refer to the Trials of the Braves, a collection of sacred texts that tell of the hero's deeds. The books are common enough in Ranzat-Han, but having recently formed my theory, I did not think to bring them with me, alas. Though with trade flourishing between our lands, mayhap there is a local merchant dealing in imported wares who has them in stock. Okay. Alright. Huh. We gotta go buy a book, I guess.
You gotta go buy 12 books.
Oh, are they at various NPCs scattered throughout with no hint?
Well, no. Well, first we're heading to Mordona.
Also, don't forget to draw your weapon. See what it looks like now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yellow with touches of pink. I like it.
Yeah.
Vroom.
Mine has a much more understated glow, just because it's a smaller weapon, I think.
You have to buy them one at a time?
Yeah, we'll get there. This is the most infamous stage of the Relic grind.
Yeah, my light bulb turns on.
You said Mordona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mordona's all the way at the bottom of the list. Why didn't I just hit up?
I don't know why you didn't just do that. This is by far the most infamous stage. Like, usually when people are, like, working on relics, they're working on books. Like, this is easily the most time-consuming part of the entire thing.
Oh, each of these is probably a quest by itself, isn't it?
Sort of. We'll explain when you actually have the book in your hand, because it'll be easier to see what the task is. Bryn went straight to the book vendor by instinct, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was watching the stream going, where are you going? Oh, I know what that was. I know what that detour was.
Huh? Thavnarian literature on heroes who wielded dazzling weapons, and it's called The Trials of the Braves. Might be as I've got something what fits your description. Gajusina's the one who deals in tomes and horrible names and the like. You'll find her near the north gate of the toll.
Now go to where Bryn was leading you.
Yeah. Also, like, for my main character, given that in my headcanon he's from
Fafnir?
Yeah, and that's somebody who was kind of neglected by his family in that regard. He read a lot of books and the like. I'm just like, surely I already own all of these.
Alright.
Hey, this lady's stacked.
Yeah.
Trials of the Braves? Why, yes, we happen to have the tomes, but why would anyone be interested in moldy old things like... What I meant to say was they're extremely rare, and you aren't like to find them anywhere else in Eorzea. Yeah,
the
nice
lady in the
try.
back looks so depressed. The lady in the back just looks absolutely despondent.
9 books comprise a set, and each alone is worth a small fortune. But I like you, adventurer, so I'm willing to offer them at a discount. For the bargain price of 100 Allagan Tomestones of Poetics. Oh, this is what the Tomestone grind was going to be that you were talking about. You can be the proud owner of a piece of history, a book from the sacred trials of the Braves. Make no mistake, anywhere else, and you'll easily pay twice that. When you're keen to make the exchange, just let me know. Oh, I'll bet, because I have enough to buy 9 books at 100 tomestones each. So either they're going to escalate in price with every book, or we're going to have to buy a book, walk back to Jalzon, come back, buy another book, walk back to Jalzon.
That's what it is. It's, you buy
one
a
at
book,
a time?
You do the thing. Yeah, it's one at a time. You buy the book, you do the thing, repeat.
That's so dumb.
Yep. It's the Relic grind.
You'll easily pay twice that. When you're keen to make the exchange, just let me know. By defeating all the foes listed within the Book of the Trials of the Braves, your relic weapon Atma will gain in attributes. Distinct sets of Trial of the Braves exist for each relic. A set is comprised of 9 books, of which only 4 are available for exchange at first. The Paladin set comprises 7 books for Cortana and 2 for the Holy Shield. Only 6 of these are available for exchange at first. Each book can be purchased from Gijasana. Please note, however, that you can possess only one at a given time. You must complete all of the objectives in a book before you may obtain another. Okay, so this kind of sounds like it's something that I'll grab a book, I'll talk to Jilzan about it, then we'll end the stream, we'll do the stuff off stream, then next stream we'll start with grabbing the next book.
Next stream will be in like 3 weeks, so we will probably have time to do all 9 books in that time.
Oh, is there not interesting dialogue?
There's not plot in between books. There's
okay.
absolutely not plot in between books.
We don't even go back to Jilzan. We just pick up the book, do the book, get the next book, do the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, cool.
Yeah, we'll actually pick up the book though, because we're going to, so we can like show you what we're in for. And tell us which book you're getting, because here's the other thing is that like even though like they've made a big deal, it's like certain classes have certain blah blah blah. The books are all the same across jobs, so like you, me, and Bryn can do them all together, but we, as long as we all make sure we have the same book.
All right. Well, let's start with the Book of Fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Here it is, the Book of Your Heart's Desire. I have no doubt that it'll provide endless hours of entertainment. Have there ever been 100 Allegan tomestones of poetics better spent? I think not.
Thanks, Bampton.
Alright, Book of Fire. What the hell are we doing with the Book of Fire? Is it more fates? Is it specific bosses?
Open up the book. Go into your inventory and use the book. It's in key items.
Book of Skyfire. Oh. The freak. It's a hunt log.
Basically, yeah. So you can see there are 4 tabs. There's a list of enemies we need to defeat, a list of dungeons we need to complete.
What?
A list of we're not a list of fates we need to complete, and a list of levies we need to complete, which is something we have never touched on ever because they're entirely pointless, except for this stage right now.
This is so annoying.
Yeah. Fortunately, there is like later on when we actually get to like doing this, there's like a guide on Reddit of like what can be found in what zones, so we're not just constantly running back and forth looking for shit to do. So like you can say it's like, okay, there is 1 levy, 3 enemies, and 2 fates in Northern Thanalan. So let's go to Northern Thanalan and do everything we need to do there, and then move on to Southern Thanalan where there are a couple of enemies and another levy, and blah 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 blah. And we're just going to go down the list. All of these dungeons are level 50 dungeons, so the 3 of us can probably like solo them do them unsynced without dealing with like, you know, queues or whatever. And we just got to do it.
I'm gonna jump off of this edge. We crunch,
and then we do it 8 more times with the other books.
Yeah, the fates shouldn't be so bad with the 3 of us, because there are 3 fates in each book, which means one of us can take 1 area each.
Yeah. Oh, it counts for everyone in the party, even if you're not all doing the same one?
No. The way it works is like the fates are specific named fates, which means you have to wait for that fate to spawn.
Oh, we can just sit in the area watching for it.
Yeah, fates spawn faster if you complete them. So if we just like get to a zone, run around doing fates until they split up, we can more efficiently get that part done.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the worst of it. Though this is literally the worst part of any relic grind, though.
Yeah, this sounds annoying as hell.
Yeah, like across all of the expansions, nothing gets worse than the book. So like once we're done, and then like the gauntlet has been passed, and we'll just go from there.
And it should be a lot more fun since we're doing it together rather than solo.
Oh yeah.
Solo is a nightmare.
Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, here we are. Perfect. Yeah,
It goes.
I'll show you an example. Like this is the. Here, I'm posting this in the server. Yeah, like this is the visual guide for Book of Skyfire 1. And as you can see, it shows you where to find, zone by zone, where to find everything you need to find.
Oh, sick.
And so we will just follow the guide, power up our weapon, and all good.
Awesome.
And also, this is another one of those things where you have to have your relic equipped while you're doing the things. So yeah, I look forward to that. In the meantime, you have some Persona to play.
I do have some Persona to play. Yeah, that's where we're ending for today. That's. We'll probably get that done in the next 3 weeks, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The next time we'll be streaming Final Fantasy XIV is, I believe, the 9th of March. Yep. Because February's packed and I'm recovering for a week at the start of March from my surgery. We will be picking back the normal weekly Final Fantasy XIV schedule in March, though. So we will be resuming the playthrough.
I'm just going to pin this relic guide in the server for... Actually, no, Laura, I need you to pin this.
Oh, yeah, because none of you are mods.
Yeah. Pin the Reddit link, not the Imgur link.
Pin message. Oh, yeah, pin it.
Why aren't we mods in there?
So, yeah, that's going to be it for Final Fantasy XIV for today. I'm going to get off, take a few minutes to get ready, and then I'll go live with Persona 3 Reload. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you later.
Ciao for now.